Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Ask AJ, and I'm joined by our lovely in-house designer Rebecca. And today we're talking about one of Rebecca's latest design masterpieces, as I think I would describe it, which is our new client handbook. So the new client handbook was put together to be an interactive tool for all our lovely clients. So Bex managed to decipher our many meetings and conversations and what worked and what didn't work. So we did have a previous handbook, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Which was about half. It was about half the size of that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it did make it quite difficult.
Yeah, our main thing we found hard was that when we were writing. So this book is for, say, when you have viewings on your house, and obviously whoever shows the viewer around will leave a note about the viewing. So you were always writing in it, but it made it difficult to write in.
Tiny little
so
spider
that's why
writing.
It's a lot bigger. You can actually fit your hand in there.
So we do have like a double page spread now. So as Bex said, one of the key ideas of doing the client handbook was to have instant, don't know if you see that, instant kind of feedback. So even though we like to give everyone a call afterwards, you might know if you've sold a house or not, that as soon as you've had a viewing, it's, you're quite excited to kind of know what their thoughts are. So it was a way of quickly being able to share that initial feedback with our clients, but by having a bit more space to write in, we give them a bit more detail and make it a little bit neater. So that's one of like the interactive aspects of the book. But then it kind of starts just by giving a bit of background to the team and our values and what's important to us. So it's a nice way for everyone to sort of know who they're speaking to on the phone, because often lovely faces of the AJ team. But for people like Claire and Lois, they're more office-based, so sometimes our clients don't get to meet them. So it's nice to be able to put a face to a name and just get a bit of information on them and what's important to them as well. So that's kind of how the book starts out, and then it goes on to give, again, another interactive part of the client handbook, which is more to do with bringing the house to market. The marketing journey. See, Bex is the designer, you see, and she's made these really cool. Can you hold it up? So we did little logos for each sort of step of bringing the house to market.
Features throughout, I guess. Myself in the face.
And you've got a little sort of space here to put down when sort of your photography appointment is, or if you're chatting to our copywriter, or when your twilight shoot is, or anything like that. So it's a nice place just to keep everything in one place, to know what's what and when it's coming. So, and then it goes on to allowing the opportunity to have all your viewing appointments written down all in one place. So again, you can keep track of when you've got viewings booked in, and a little bit of background on the viewers, because obviously that's nice for everyone to know, like who's coming, what position they're in. So that works really well. And then what we didn't have in the previous handbook, which a couple of clients mentioned to me they thought was really beneficial, is just like some top tips and hints for particularly like the day of your viewing. So we've added in a section there. And often it's just quite, straightforward things, but I think probably you wouldn't always think of it initially. She's got a lot going on. So you can quickly flick through the handbook and check, oh, right, yeah, not done that, not made the bed, or put the dog toys away, etc. So it's just a nice way of just bringing everything together in regards to both bringing your house to market and getting it sold, because there's also a bit at the back of the book that once we get that happy sale agreed, that you can then put in there about the offers. And again, that's a nice bigger section, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully you won't have as many offers. Hopefully you just have the one best offer.
Top one there.
Yeah.
But just to be able to put comments in is good.
Yeah.
Before we didn't have the space to do that, did we? So that's good. And then it sort of gives some background about like the next steps. And another thing that I think was excellent, was these points here. So Bex added in like a section about what to remember for actual like moving day, post-moving day, and just things that you need to remember, because obviously you've got loads going on when you've sold your house. I mean, it's frantic. So just to be able to,
you can just tick them off once you've done them as well. So instead of having to write the list yourself, I guess it's all there for you.
Yeah, I like the little tick boxes. Yeah, it looks really good. So that's kind of a number of the different points of why it's quite handy, and it's probably going to develop more, isn't it? I imagine.
Yes.
It's
some
a work
feedback
in
from
progress.
yourselves and things like that.
Yeah, we've had some good feedback on it, haven't we? But this one I think is really, really good. So if you are out there as a current client, these will be coming to you soon. So we're distributing them around to everybody. We literally just got them in last week, was it? So keep an eye out for your new handbooks. and make sure you have them out for the day of the viewing taking place so that the team can write that important feedback in there. And yeah, I think they're really good.
Yes,
You've done a fab job.
thank you,
What a great design. Masterpiece. So yeah, so thank you for listening, and yeah, keep an eye out for your handbook, and we look forward to having a chat with you on next week's Ask AJ.